He's going to change over the laundry and come join us. Isn't that nice? He's going to come. He's going to change his laundry and come join us. Hey there. Hi there. Ho there. It's me, Bear, Gen X GM. What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? I got Gaming with ADHD Brian. I got Game Masters Brian. Oh, my God. I have more Brians than I know what to do with. It's festive. Two of us are wearing hats. Mine has a jingle bell. And one of us is wearing a sweater. I can't wait to see what Cody has when he shows up.
It's not even a sweater. It's just a T-shirt.
Wow, you ruined Christmas.
I'm in Arizona.
Is that a Mormon thing, ruining Christmas? Is that what you guys do now?
I think we make it better, but that's
you make it better. Nice. Mike and Ruby, I am so happy you guys are here because thank you so much. And no one gets to see the address, but this is the only Christmas card I've gotten so far this year is from Mike and Ruby. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Made me happy. Couldn't help but notice the lack of Amazon gift cards inside. That was a little heartbreaking. Speaking of gift cards, tonight, guys, Super Chats will achieve two things. One, I will take a shot for every Super Chat because 'tis the season. And two, you're building up towards me getting that Palladium Christmas box, which is ridiculously expensive to ship to Canada. And I see Brian's face. He got his Christmas box and he wasn't happy with it. So what are you going to do, right? No,
you're gonna get confusing.
You're excited if you get like a lump of coal. You're like, oh, a lump of coal.
I can burn this.
Exactly. This is worth money. So we're all good on that front. But welcome everybody who's here tonight. We are here to talk about gift giving in your gaming group. Sounds like an interesting topic, right?
Sure.
I have ideas.
For those of you who don't know the other Brian down below here, that's Game Masters. You should go check out his channel. It's pretty bloody awesome. He's got more subscribers than all of us now because he does reviews and we don't because we suck. But speaking of which, I believe someone has to do a review soon. Is it ready tonight, Brian, or are we going to wait for another day?
I mean,
it's okay. We can wait.
We can wait because I mean I know Patrick wanted to be here for it.
Oh dear God.
I don't know, but I mean, I think I can do it, but
sorry, I'm feeding the chickens.
I gotta know what's the game.
It's Star Trek Adventures: The Lower Deck Supplement.
Nice.
Yeah. So thanks to Game Masters Brian, I was taught how to go and get sponsors, or not sponsors, but get review material. And that's because of him that I actually get any review material because he showed me how to approach these guys the right way, and I did. And then Modifius worked out well because Jim Johnson, who's the head of the line, we know each other from the old Trek-RPG netboards where he was an Eddie and I was Aslan C, and we basically knew each other from there. So I reached out and said, hey, this is what's going on. He says, yeah, send me an email and I'll pass it off to the marketing team. And he did. And here's where we're at. So that's the thing. So score one for Game Masters. But Game Masters has the elusive WotC review material. Can you believe them apples?
Yeah, well, that's an old relationship.
But it's a good one to have because if you're under 50K subscribers, it's hard to get on their review list.
It depends on which side of the fence you're on.
Which side? Which fence? What fence are we talking? I'm Canadian. What's the fence?
The fence. Do you like WotC? Do you hate WotC?
What if you're indifferent to WotC?
That's me.
See, that's the problem. I think the problem is I hang around people who are very anti-WotC, and I just won't give WotC my money anymore. Is where I've gotten to with them. So it's like
pretty much
we're good. I'll never be on their review stuff. That's okay. I can live without it.
You never know. Right. You never know. There might be some voices out there that encourage some contacts to look at you.
What a gift!
It's just Christmas. Saying.
But we are talking about Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Tet or I think Ramadan's already passed for the year, so we're okay there. But it's talking about gifts. And Brian, Gaming with ADHD, you had made a list of potential subjects for us to discuss, did you not?
I sort of, and then I kind of like abandoned it, but didn't.
It was good.
No, it was good, but I'm just saying, like I kind of had it like broken down. It's like, it just got too confusing. So I just simplified it. Basically, I essentially came down to like 5 main categories that we would put the gifts in.
Sure.
Right? Gifts for a player.
Yeah.
Gifts for a game master. I mean, those are the easy
really hot.
ones.
I'm taking this off.
Gifts for your spouse. Now, I'll admit, when I wrote all of my notes, I said she for obvious reasons.
You insensitive SOB, you are immediately canceled for your gender bias.
That's fair. But let's be honest, if I screw it up and just keep saying she on all of it, just swap the words as needed in your particular situation, folks. It's not that complicated.
I don't know. I think we have to go to the crowd on this one. Should we cancel him, chat? I mean, should we just cancel him straight out for this?
I mean, I think I'm good at this point. It's been nice.
Don't you already? But wait, you're a Mormon, aren't you guys auto canceled in the new society?
Something like that, you know. But I mean, at least this way, it's easier for you to fire me and spin up the bastard sword power hour.
I told you that's happening without you anyway. I've already set the date. Did you not notice? There's already a live stream called Bastard Sword Power Hour for New Year's.
No, I didn't notice that, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's already there.
I am super excited for this.
There we go. Chris says we should cancel this.
That's probably fair.
All right, well, there we go. Chris has spoken. Good night, everybody. Take care. We're going to cancel this. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Game Master. Subscribe to his channel.
But I'm not done with this yet.
Well, too bad. Chris from the Hilt has spoken, and we all know he is the secret hand that rocks the cradle.
Well, Brian, you're just going to have to do it all. You're just going to have to drink that alone now.
Well, there you go. All right, so go ahead, gaming with ADHD, and give us your first category, please.
Okay, so real quick, just to run over the 5 categories, because I only got through 3. So player, GM, spouse, a free category. Okay, just ideas of this is something you can do. Like, and when I say free, it doesn't, maybe it's like minimal cost. Like I've got to buy some extra glue or something. So, it's nothing.
Utilitarian gifts.
Yes.
The equivalent of socks for gamers.
No, but something that maybe you made it yourself, or kind of along those lines.
Sending them to anyflip.com and saying, hey, download this PDF. that doesn't count, does it?
I have a couple other ideas in there. Okay. And then I had just a couple that just an other category, something that maybe it doesn't necessarily fit in one of the others, but that's what I came up with. So
cool. Are you done underselling yourself, or do we need to do a little more damage control?
I mean, I'm worthless at this point. Why we're still here, nobody knows.
He went to the UK. Everybody, I don't know if you knew that or not.
No,
Brian was in the UK.
Actually, no, I did go to the UK because I hit pretty much all of them.
There you hit all of them with a stick.
Yes.
Driving badly because you were on the wrong side of the road. Oh, no, sorry. I just got asked an interesting question. Not currently. Damn. A buddy of mine's driving in northern BC, which is a hellish place to be right now. It's a winter wonderland. And he's like, hey, any of the Trek Live plays on MP3? Not currently, but I could maybe set it up at a later point in time.
Maybe. That's a definitely an interesting question. So, anyhow, so I guess we'll. Thanks, Chris.
What do you say? Hang on. Not worthless, Brian. Just worth less. Oh, that needs to pop up. That's so good. It should be fattening. Oh my god! Wow.
Clearly, right. I know where our friendship lies, Chris.
Purely at the temple. Okay, so what's your first category?
All right, so let's start with players. Okay,
sure.
So, because I mean, let's be honest, there's more players than there are game masters. So,
okay,
I think that's a safe one. And dear Lord, she is
counting
everything.
Hi, Kim.
Everyone says hi.
Oh, we should come play in the new Star Trek game, Kim.
Trust me, we're talking about it. And one thing that, because I get distracted, it's all good. Not sure if anyone heard it last night, but Kim did get near the microphone a couple of times and try and say "moopsie" for everyone to hear.
We did not catch it.
I didn't think so.
You had way too much noise going on behind you. Sorry.
Yes, we did. All right, so players. Sure. Okay, and actually, real quick, I'm gonna throw this out there. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put this in its own little mini category that we're just gonna do first because everyone's gonna say it. Okay, doesn't matter if it's a player, doesn't matter if it's DM. You can always get them dice. Okay.
No, I'm done. I got nothing to contribute. There we go.
However, I would say if it's for a gift, try not to get like the basic one that comes in the D&D starter set, just like the plain solid color plastic.
What if they like plain solid colors?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Who
Obviously,
are you to
play to
judge
the
other
players.
people's tastes, sir.
I'm just saying, try to do a little better than the super generic dice. Maybe get something like with a marble effect or like.
Go to Etsy and spend $85 on those custom-made resin dice.
I'm not even saying that. Like a $10
I
set
love
that's
those
got
people.
some swirls
I
and
absolutely
colors.
adore those people that are making those dice. I think it's fantastic that they're in the craft, but those prices are mental.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
It's
was
insane.
like, ooh! I was looking at something like, hey, there's how much? $85 American plus shipping. That's $150 Canadian for a set of dice. Not happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's why I say try to like at least think about what you're doing with the dice. Don't just be like, oh,
can you end that sentence before with the dice and just end that? Try and think about what you're doing.
That's fair.
Lesson for life.
That applies to all. It applies to life.
All right,
but
okay, I've got my first gift. I would get my players.
Okay, what is that?
A day planner.
Why a day planner?
Because they're late.
Oh.
I have been Tom time to all of our games, sir.
No, I'm not. You know what I mean.
I know.
So get them a day planner so they can plot their lives out a little bit and maybe not be late.
Okay.
Now we can theme it up. Get one of those D&D calendars or Conan calendars or Star Trek calendars or something, but just something where they can write shit down to remind them and not be at the last minute going, oh shit, today's that day. And then running around like maniacs, right?
Yeah.
Because the gift you're giving your DM at that point in time or your GM at that point is punctuality, which is the gift that gives back to you in the form of a good game.
What time did we start this one? This stream?
Yeah, okay. Today? She's prettier than both of you, therefore she gets my attention. Sorry. Sorry. Plus, she knows that Wednesday nights I stream at 8, so she tries to call me earlier. But the problem is when we start talking, well, it's going to keep going. It's the way it is. But I was good. 8:02. I came in under the last time. I let them start the show without me, and I joined in a half hour late. But since there was only two of you, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be there for this one.
But no, the thing is, I think something like that is actually good because it's not just the calendar. I mean, it's a little booklet. They can write things down. They think about something about their character, or heck, they could use it for notes during the game that they showed up on time to. So
long as they're not Generation Z, because they'd be completely confused by paper and pencils. So, that's not good.
I mean,
give them all their notes in cursive.
Give them all their.
I can't play other. I can't do. I don't know how y'all do it online play. I've never been able to do that.
It takes some adjusting, but it's actually kind of fun if you do it right. One of the key rules to online play is always have your cameras on so you can see each other. It helps a lot with visual cues as opposed to when it's just voice. When I tried running games where it was just voice and people just talk over each other.
Oh, yeah.
Stop. All right. So I would say that. What do you got, Brian? Below. We'll go to game. So ADHD, you're last on all of these. Go ahead.
That's fine.
My day job, I run a print shop.
Right.
So what I have made for my players pretty much year after year at Christmas time is I'll create a really cool 4-panel character sheet on extremely cool paper, like parchment colored paper. And I'll make them about 20 copies each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so blank ones.
It's just fun. Yeah, blank ones. Yeah.
Okay.
And they can use it throughout the year. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, if I lived close to you, you would be like, I would be one of your regular customers showing up at the print shop with all this crazy shit I design and go, here, can you print this? Can you print this?
100%.
That's me, right? I burn through ink cartridges when I have a home game. Like I recently started having a home game again, and I burn through all my ink cartridges. They're like, can you print a character sheet? Nope. Why not? Out of ink. Well, when you buy more? When I have money. Like ink is more valuable than gas. You know, it's like insane how much it costs. So yeah, having a print shop must be a really nice benefit for your game, man.
It's a lot of fun.
Nice. All right. Gaming with ADHD. What do you got? I said calendar. He said cool character sheets. What do you got?
All right. So I'm gonna go with an easy one. You know, if they don't have one, if it's in your budget, a core rule book. You know, if they're, you know, say they're a relatively new player, they were just testing it out. They're like, I don't know, but they've been showing up for a few sessions. Get them their own core rule book. You know?
Okay.
And one thing I would also say is sometimes, folks, check the secondary market. You know, you don't necessarily have to go buy the perfect brand new copy. Like I said, if it's not in your budget, find a way to put it in your budget. And sometimes going to the secondary market can help you do that.
Yeah, because nothing says I value more than secondhand gifts. That really sends the message. This is how important you are to me. I had to save $5. I'm fucking with you, man.
No.
Buddy. Too easy sometimes.
It is very easy.
Yeah, this is why we need Leonard Cody here to be the one that takes your side in these arguments. You know what I mean? All right. So there you go. So a book, game book, even secondhand stuff, especially if it's older stuff that's hard to come by. That's really nice. It really shows you care. I got a rule cyclopedia for my birthday one year. No, it was Christmas. It was a Christmas gift, and now Sean has it. Mage's Musings, but it was the guy I buy all my secondhand books from in Ottawa. Sent it, and I'm like, okay, what do I owe you? He goes, no, Merry Christmas. I'm like, really? This is expensive. He's like, yeah, I got like 10 of them. I'm like, thank you very much. You know, it's really kind of you. So yeah, I totally see that. Books are good for gamers. That's absolutely true. I agree. All right, let's see if we got anything in the chat on this one so far. We've got lots of Etsy items. We've got handmade dice bags. Dice is a gift like a bag of peppermint sticks. That's just weird. Here we go. Give your players hard-boiled eggs and tell them there's magic inside. I don't want to know why you have that scar in your life. Gift the player who annoys everyone by rolling dice all the time, often dropping them off the table. Metal dice with the sharpest D4 you can find. Then provide shoes for everyone except that player. That seems like a lot to go through to get revenge, where you can just go, hey, fuck stick. Stop doing that or you're out of the game. You know?
I believe we call D4s on the floor a war crime.
Well, I was going to say, do I have to get Skia yogurt first? Dice is player candy, Seafire. Dice is a stocking stuffer. Absolutely. I agree with that. There we go. I'm not playing this game, Seafire. That is a dad joke, and I don't do dad jokes.
I love dad jokes.
Yeah, you're a dad. Homemade dice bag's a good choice, but be sure to wrap it first. I agree. If you're the DM and make gifts to your players, make sure to wrap them in character sheets of their deceased characters. Wow.
That's a good one.
Imagine the sheer excitement when they unwrap a gently used, not rule book. There you go, Brian.
No, and I get that. But like, to me, like gaming stuff is a little bit different. It's like, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's a book. You know, like the book.
I have those as well, so mine are at the desk.
Yeah, a book doesn't have to be new off the shelf. It's nicer, but again, if it fits in your budget, or maybe it's something that you wouldn't have been able to get them otherwise, you know, I don't know. I'd stand by that one.
How about you cast the spell Giftus Cardus, and then that way it can be a polymorph into any gift they want.
No, actually,
I love finding used playbooks, source books in the wild. You know, at a thrift store, used bookstore, whatever. Especially the ones that have handwritten personal notes all inside of them. I love that, because there's just I've learned so much when picking up a new book or from a game I've never played. Just those little personal notes in there. Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm talking about.
So I got this, and it had all the books in it, which was really nice. And Great stuff. And then in the back was all of his filled out character sheets with whoever owned this characters that he had made for his Champions game, all done up. It was like, wow, that's unique. I agree with you on that. That's a cool thing to find someone else's game history, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of archaeological in its own sort of way.
It is.
It's kind of fun. Okay. All right. As for the Crown Royal bag, guys, you can get custom embroidered ones now, right? On Crown Royal's website, you can get one made for each player if you want.
Well, and think about it. Like someone like me who doesn't drink. Okay, I don't want to go buy a bottle. But I don't want to go buy a bottle of Crown Royal just to get the bag. And then. But
imagine how happy that player's going to be when you give them the bottle of Crown Royal with the bag.
I actually don't buy anyone alcohol either, but that's a separate
thing. Whatever, you Puritan. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. But no, I found that the other day. Yeah, you can just buy the bags. You can buy multiple colors. You can get the custom embroidery on there. I was actually really, really tempted to be like, I think I need a few of these.
There you go.
So, because I think they're only like $10 too.
They're not expensive. Game Masters. Anything else?
No.
All right, let's move on to the next one. What's part 2, Brian?
Hold on. I got a couple others.
Oh my God, Brian's got a list. Let's settle in, kids.
I made a list.
Guys, Brian's made his list and he's gone OCD, ADHD on me. So super chat me so I can drink something, please. It's going to be a long night.
No, it's not.
I want my Palladium gift box.
These are all, yes. Super chat so Bear can get his Palladium gift box, but we don't need to give him alcohol
and slightly drunk on a Wednesday night would be kind of fun.
Depending on the game, for a player, you could get them novels. Maybe if they're new to a setting, something like that. They've been playing, they're kind of interested. Pick up a novel for it. Give them some extra background.
Any particular BattleTech novels you'd recommend, sir?
For BattleTech, what I recommend is the Warrior Trilogy, and the Blood of Kerensky trilogy.
Ooh.
And the Twilight of the Clans series.
Is that where they end the clans and get rid of the clans forever?
It is not where they end the clans, but it's where they essentially end the clan invasion.
When do they get rid of the clans?
They don't.
Well, then I'm not interested.
Then that's why you go with the Warrior trilogy, because there's no clans involved.
Very good. All right. What else you got on your list? So books, especially those related to the subject of what you're doing.
If you want to splurge, there are a lot of artists that will do character art. You can get
true.
You could get your player, a drawing of their character. You could get them a miniature. Like if you do 5e and you play with miniatures, you could do that. And an added bonus, if you're someone like me who paints miniatures, you could paint it for them. Okay. Or if they already have a miniature, you could steal it and paint it for them if they haven't painted it yet. So I will say one thing. You are not allowed to go into their collection, take something out of it, and then gift it to them. That is completely...
Wait a minute. That sounds perfect.
I say that from personal experience.
What?
Someone did that to you?
Okay.
Wow.
Kim and I got married in like October or end of October. First Christmas, we go over to my in-laws and we're sitting there and like Kim's getting, presents and she's opening stuff and opening. I'm just sitting there. I don't care, whatever.
Solange.
Yeah.
How sad is that? The panel's paying for the booze tonight. Look at that.
I'll drink. It's just water, but
yeah, whatever. Drink some coffee. Show us you're a real badass.
Anyways, so then Kim's done opening. Everyone's done opening presents, and my mother-in-law hands me this box. I'm like, okay, and I open it up, and it just was this plain brown box, and it's kind of heavy. I'm like, okay, and I open the box, and it's dishes. All right, we just gotten married. I'm kind of assuming, okay, maybe it's a late wedding present, no big deal. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, exactly, Iron. You're not allowed to do that. Anyways, I just assumed it was late wedding present used as Christmas. Fine, whatever. My mother-in-law then proceeds to tell me, oh, well, you guys had actually already gotten that. It had just been sitting here for a while, but we wanted you to have something unwrapped. So we wrapped it and gave it to you.
Wow.
So I win worst Christmas present ever anytime there's a competition.
Impressive.
Because my mother-in-law gave me something not only that I already owned, but that literally I already owned. So
let's play a fun game of how much are your wife and mother-in-law? How close are they?
Not.
Oh, you're safe. And you're safe.
I tell this story relatively frequently around Christmas, so it's fine.
All right, so books and not stealing stuff from their collection, wrapping it up and giving it back to them, which is really sad for everybody, but there you go. Next.
Right, so the character art and, miniatures painted if you're available to do so, or able to do so, I mean. Anyways, That's what I had down for players.
That's it.
That's it. I didn't go nuts. I kept it to 4 or 5 things.
What's next?
All right, so next we got GMs. Bear, what would you give a GM for Christmas?
I don't have any GMs in my life, so I can only tell you what as a GM I would like to get.
Okay.
And I will spare the usual, fucking players that know what the fuck their spells do and, that kind of shit. I'll be kind and play the game along with everybody. I would say for me, I would probably crafting. You want to join us, man? Send me a message on Discord. I'll throw you the link, buddy. I would say for me as a DM, I would actually like a gift card from Amazon or Drive-Thru RPG or, someplace where I can get stuff for the game to make the game better, to pick up all that good stuff that I'd like to have. You know what I mean? Nerds Nerd, you're welcome to join us as well. Let me know. You actually, you're in the chat. Grab the link from there, Nerds Nerd. But yeah, I would love to get a gift that allows me to give stuff back to the players to make the game better for them. Be it a book, be it a gift certificate is the best way to go. But if it's something that can help, sure, why not?
Okay,
I'm simple. Okay, Masters.
I'm more simple than that. I'll take a pizza. I mean, come on. Pizza and a bottle of Tabasco, I'm good to go.
All right. That's fair.
Food's a safe one. GMs like to be fed.
Well, my home group, we have the expression, which is care and feeding of your GM, which means if we play, when we take the lunch break, I don't have to pay for my meal. It's covered in the group. You know what I mean? They split the cost amongst them when we order pizza or whatever the case may be. They bring the snacks, they bring the drinks. I provide the hosting space. I give the game. And
you're probably the one that's purchased all of the books, most of the books, your fair share of dice. How many times have you had dice borrowed? How many times have the players had to borrow your dice?
I have a jar.
Yeah.
The jar of misfit dice.
Yep.
These are you didn't bring your set? Go ahead and build the set and then put it back when we're done.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that only usually happens once. They never want to use the fucking misfit dice twice. All right. That's easy. So pizza, there we go. Brian.
And real quick to everyone, oh yeah, money's fine. Money's fine. My list was trying to think of, like something out of the realm of just here's a check or cash or whatever. So, so I would say for a GM, kind of in parallel to what I said first for a player is a starter set. You want to try a new game, or say the GM's kind of in a rut. Starter sets are generally in the $20 to $30 range. Sometimes a little more, but usually at least in that range. So it's not a huge expense, and you get everything to actually try a new game out.
So a completely self-serving gift to the GM of, here's a game I really want to play. I bought you a starter set. Now you can't fucking say no.
Yeah. I mean, Sometimes,
honestly, it would work for me.
Yeah, me too. Sadly,
I mean,
I love how Bear's like, "Oh, really? You're a jerk, and you're gonna make the GM play your game." I would actually really like that.
while it is a questionable impersonation of me, you're right. And I imagine this is how you're going to get me to run you in Shadowrun at some point in time. Is I'm just going to open the mail one day and there'll be a Shadowrun starter set with a note from Brian saying, "Haha, fucker."
Well, I know what I'm doing for Gen Con.
I know what I'm doing for Gen Con too. Going.
I just meant getting the box and slipping the note in there.
Was it Gen Con rather close to you? No, it's in Indiana.
No, it's in Indiana. It's like, anyways, that irrelevant. But no, but maybe the GM has been interested in a game. It's like, oh, I like the idea that it doesn't necessarily have to be the game that you want to play. It could be the game that it could be something that the GM has been not a fan of the Cypher system.
Won't even open it. I'll just give it away on my channel to someone.
So, but listen to your GM. If he's saying, "Yeah, I'd like to try the Aliens game."
Wait. Let's back that up a second. There's the gift you can give. Listen to your GM. All right, keep going, Brian. Sorry.
All right. Did you want to make any other suggestions, Bear?
No, I think that last one pretty much summed it up for me.
All right. So, then what about a customizable Game Master screen?
One of my groups did that one time. They backed one on Kickstarter. The thing arrived. It had to be assembled, and it had 300 elastics to make everything assembled. I gave it to one of the girls in the group who was good with jigsaw puzzles, and I never saw it again. And I'm pretty sure she got about probably a third of the way into assembling and went, "Fuck this nonsense." Because it was insane.
Well, it doesn't have to be that complicated. I know that there's GM screens that you can get off of Amazon where it's like the old Trapper Keeper, and you just slide the charts that you need.
Tons of stuff on Etsy.
Yeah.
Does Etsy do gift cards? Can you buy an Etsy gift card?
I'd be shocked if you can't.
Because that would be a great gift. Like, here's a $100 Etsy gift card. Go get that stupid dice roller you always wanted, or go get a screen and a couple of other things. Like, that would be a great gift if all the players got together. Because Etsy, there's amazing stuff for games on Etsy that people make by hand, usually out of wood. You know, there's some nice stuff there.
True.
All right.
Okay.
Well done, Brian.
Let's see. Along the lines,
you're not fired.
You might get to guest on the Bastard Sword Power Hour from time to time.
Unlikely. It's full of stately music, and you won't like that.
Let's see. Along the lines of a starter set, you could also do like a setting book. Okay, if you're playing,
Dear GM, your homebrew sucks. Run this.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like setting, but maybe it's the cybernetics book, or it's the new book about the Sword Coast, or any one of a million different source books that are available for whatever game you're playing.
Okay, that's fair. I like that. That's not bad.
I mean, that's better than a random supplement book for a source book that you don't own.
Yeah, or for a game you don't play.
Yeah.
Like, I really like the cover art on this. What the hell? Cinnabar? We don't play Cinnabar.
But you know what?
The two TMNT books that I got from Palladium.
Dude, he got Road Pigs?
Roadhogs.
Yeah, Roadhogs.
And After the Bomb.
I didn't get After the Bomb.
Yeah, those are worth something. People will trade you for those, man, for sure.
No. The Roadhogs, like, they were clearing out space in the warehouse.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it was.
But After the Bomb.
No, Bear, it was printed in
that.
The Roadhogs book was literally printed in 1990.
Yes, I know. That's the point. It's old stuff that maybe some people didn't get because they don't see it in the stores anymore.
I'll do you one better. So those two TMNT books that they sent me.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. Okay, listen, I'm just being goofy here, but the little advert states that it'll be at least $110 worth of material. has stickers on the back of it, $14.99. Peel that sticker off, it's $7.99.
Yeah.
For a book that was printed in 1987.
Yeah. All right. I was trying to make it positive, but we're all
no. No, I get it, but I mean, well, the box that I got the Roadhogs in, it seemed like that was a like sort of like a bonus on top of the stuff that you asked for. So,
that was my mistake. I didn't actually ask for anything specific.
There you go. So
when I do mine, it's going to say this: Riffs, Palladium Fantasy, T-shirt. Already have first edition hardcover book. Thank you. And then everything I get will hopefully be related to the 2 topics I said I'm interested in. Right?
I would say be a little more specific than that.
Fine.
Like if you
whatever
want Yin's
Brian
block
doesn't
jungles,
have.
whatever Brian doesn't. I don't have a lot, but that's a separate issue. So, but yeah, well, but I will actually push back on you a little bit, Brian, as far as a source book for a game that you're not playing isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, not a source book, a supplement book.
Okay, define the difference.
Source book to me would be like a DM's guide, a player's handbook, like a main core book, I guess is what I'm referred to as a source book.
Yeah, or like Maximum Metal for Cyberpunk 2020, but you don't play Cyberpunk 2020.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't know what Maximum Metal is, but
it's a book about vehicles and power suits for 2020 and full conversion boards. So if you're not playing 2020, it's not a very useful fucking book, right? Hey, here's the mech builder book for Mechton. We don't play Mechton. What the hell, that type.
Well, so so maybe you can tell me I'm out of line, and that's
you're out of line.
Okay. But the reason that I thought that, like, so Starfinder, the Galaxy Exploration Guide, is actually a really, really good book as far as like doing planetary exploration stuff. So whether it's for Star Trek or some other space-based game, I still think it's a good resource.
So let's say your group only plays D&D. Your DM only runs D&D.
Sure.
He's Yogg. He's John. New old geek. He hates sci-fi.
Spelljammer.
Maybe the Starfinder book wouldn't be a good gift.
No. Well, no, right, but
it would be a great book if he wants to incorporate Spelljammer into it.
But no, he hates sci-fi. He literally uses the expression, "Don't put your sci-fi in my fantasy." So that's the point I'm trying to drive home here, is that like you got to know the guy you're giving the gift to, Brian.
No, and you're right. I was just using the Starfinder Galaxy Exploration Guide as an example of ways to think outside the box.
Picking your argument apart for shits and giggles. See, so that's where our lines got crossed. You were taking it seriously, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm going to reconsider that. You know what? I will accept that gift, and I will run Cypher if someone buys me the Cypher starter box. Ha! I will put my mouth where my money. Well, where your money is.
And Bear, if I'm taking it a little serious, it's because you kind of put a little bit of pressure on me for today's episode.
But,
so just feeling a little defensive.
And look at you rising to the challenge despite all the self-deprecating shit you're doing.
Yes, exactly.
Can we get Kim in here for a second to tell you to smarten up and give you a slap upside the head?
No, she went upstairs.
Oh, you're safe for now, but those pots and pans will be banging soon, sir.
Yeah, no, we already ate.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so what else?
All right, so we got starter sets, customizable GM screens, setting books, setting or source books, however you want to define it, a book that you think would be useful to the game your GM is running.
Or something they like, or game that they play and they don't have all the books for, sure.
Right. Okay. Again, similar to the player, but a little bit different. Monster miniatures, a dragon, or like a selection of kobolds, or whatever could be useful to your GM. And again, you then also have that advantage of because like Reaper Bones are very inexpensive models. So you could get a bunch of those, and or even just a few. And if you are of that talent, you can paint them up.
Yeah,
So,
or if you feel your GM has way too much time on their hands, you can buy them a box of something you have to put together from Games Workshop, and they'll never get it done.
I would not recommend that. I tried it. I'm kind of cheap, so I try to go for more budget options. Games Workshop is not what I would put in the budget option.
I was going to say, who has the funds to buy Games Workshop stuff?
Apparently, people. They're still in business, so someone's buying their shit.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, everybody I know who plays Warhammer downloads STLs and 3D prints, as far as I can tell, but I think some people must. All right, fair.
So,
fair.
And that's the thing is, I mean, you can also do a lot of that if you have a 3D printer. Maybe you print off the miniature, maybe you print off some terrain pieces or some little, scenery accessories to put on the map. Maybe you print off a tracking device kind of a thing that the GM could use. I like Fat Dragon Games. Okay, here's the weirdest thing. I bought the 3D files for the Fat Dragon Games GM screen. Basically, it looks like a whole castle tower, like the dice towers are like castle towers, the whole 9 yards. Looks amazing. Okay. Like I don't know, do you remember like the old D&D, like the big resin fancy looks like a castle GM screen that they had like 10 of that they sent out to like influencers or something?
I heard of this thing. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Think about it on that kind of a scale.
Okay.
I printed it.
I'm there.
I have no idea where it is.
How do you misplace that?
I don't know.
Kim drives, right, for your family?
No,
you're not allowed behind the wheel of the car, right?
I'm the chauffeur.
Why are you not turning left? I don't know where I put left.
It is the weirdest thing. It hasn't
Those
left
of you
the
just
house.
again, we're talking about Christmas gifts or holiday gifts for your players, your GMs, your gaming friends, and apparently it's also basically Game Masters now have one or two comments, then Brian will say a bunch of stuff, and I make fun of it. So welcome aboard. Super chats are available, and for every super chat I get, I take a drink. So if you want to see me get a little drunk on a Wednesday night, this is your chance. And remember, all that money you give is going towards the Palladium gift box that I need to pay an exorbitant amount of shipping to get it to Canada plus exchange. All right, Brian, what else we got?
I like this. Omanal says, my children stole it. No. Robin Lamond says, maybe it's in the walled off room. If I have a walled off room in this house, then that's disturbing. But there's not enough room for a walled off room.
So first of all, Merry Christmas. I didn't make a joke about you having a walled off room. There's your gift. I hope you appreciated it. Secondly, Omanal, don't set me up like that. That's way too easy. Oh, no, sorry, Robin. Robin, you know better. I've known you since college. What the hell's wrong with you, man? Don't set me up like that. I'm going to take him down a peg. But say his name again. You said Robin what?
Lamond?
Lamond. Like Loch Lomond.
Oh, okay.
You say like a Scotsman, say Loch Lomond.
Look, I didn't get, well, okay, no, I did go to Scotland too.
I know you went to Scotland, USOB. Everyone knows. It's a fucking trope now.
I know.
I'm sorry. On other shows, it's so bad.
The fact that I broke you on Yield Geek Stream was great.
It was perfectly placed. Really well done. All right, enough inside baseball.
Anyhow,
what's next?
Any other suggestions before we move on from GMs?
A walled off room. Get your GM a walled off room.
What? I don't know what this walled off room thing means. Do I want to know?
That's where you put the bodies.
Oh.
Where in the world is Brian? I don't know. He's in the walled off room. Check there. Okay, see, thank you, Game Masters, but you're not supposed to be the one making me drink tonight. It's supposed to be these bastards.
I don't want to drink alone.
Well, I am.
All right, so no other suggestions besides the walled off room
with the bookcase access point. I mean, come on, put a little effort into it.
Omanal bought 5 books from England for £40.
Is that the shipping, Omanal, or was that the total cost for 5 books from England? And were they just chick tracts? Were they just small little religious pamphlets? What were they, man? Come on, we need details. Also, the Royal Airmail is very cheap. If I order something from England, say from like the Dice Shop online, it costs me $5, $7 to ship it to Canada, and I get it within a week. I order something from upstate New York, cost me $30 shipping, and could take a month. You know, like, just saying, the USPS sucks.
Oh, the
That's
$40
still not bad shipping.
40
5 books from the
just-
US would cost me $80 American to ship to Canada.
Yeah, I still don't get that. I don't care how many times you explain it. I'm not going to get that.
I got a room I could wall off easily. What I'd need is someone to chain up in it so I could make them pay my minis. Well, get a car, go to Arizona. Loves painting. What did I miss? All the good stuff? I don't know.
We still got like 2.5 categories.
Oh, okay. See, I'm just padding it out to make it take the full 2 hours by doing
Yes,
all the
it's
comedy.
it's gonna go. It's gonna shorten up.
Hey,
All
I
right.
stopped talking to a pretty lady to come hang out with you. Respect my pain.
I do.
There we go. All right.
All right. Okay. So if no one else has any suggestions for the GM, we're gonna move on to the spouse. Now, minor bit of just clarification. This is for the non-gaming spouse. If your spouse is already a gamer, they're going to fit in one of the other 2 categories already. Use those ideas there. This is for the like, you know, Kim, she loves me, but she usually does not want to, you know,
tolerates you with that.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
It would be more difficult for her to go meet someone else and get to know them at this point in time. She might as well just wear the old socks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I put down a few things, but then in the end, I realized I only had one thing, even though I listed multiple. Whatever your spouse's hobby is, get them something for it that will keep them occupied for at least a few hours at a time. Okay. Kim. Okay. We always joke. I always call them the dirty books, but she calls them proper romances. Basically, it's just all romance.
Yeah.
Right, but without the bodice ripping. So, but I just, just let her have her thing. It's fine. But if I get her a new book, that can keep her, you know, off in the bedroom reading the book for a few hours.
See, I was under the impression her hobby was learning Cephomore with pots and pans. Clearly, I was wrong. All right, I don't have a spouse, so Game Masters, what do you get for this? The non-gaming spouse?
Gosh, that's a tough one. Because I'm still trying to rack my brain as to what exactly I'm getting her for Christmas. So she likes owls. She likes fun little decorations.
You could buy her a one-on-one video chat with Omanal.
Yeah.
He can talk for hours.
Owls, yeah.
Omanal can just go. Okay, so something to do with owls?
No, it's a tough question. Mainly because I don't want to give away too many secrets because I'm still shopping for her.
Fair. That's fair. Okay, so I don't have a spouse. So what I will say is I will take what Brian said, whatever her hobby is, get her something from that, as well as a gift card for the hobby place because you fucked up and got the wrong thing and you know it. So
Facts.
That way you got something she can go now get her own thing as well, and probably give your thing back with the receipt. So make sure the receipt's in the box as well. Make sure it was really expensive so she knows how hard you tried. And now she realizes when she gives it back and gets that store credit, all the good things she can buy that she needed as opposed to the shit you thought was important.
And maybe if it was expensive enough, she'll get you a little token along with that.
I'm going to keep this family friendly and tell you I'm not expecting tokens. That's for sure. I would also say you could also look into like see if they have any of those like gift books for spas, day spas, things like that, and let her have the day away from your ass. where she gets to go be pampered and treated like a queen, or he, I don't know, modern world, and they don't have to put up with your bullshit all day.
Which is a perfect time to schedule your game using your new player, day planner that you're going to show up to the game on time for.
Look at that. We're working together. And everybody shows up with their Crown Royal dice bags, personally embroidered, without booze, because you're a fucking teetotaler.
Eli says for his wife, power tools or tattoo gift certificates.
Yes, but I think we've clearly established who the man is in Eli's wedding, and it's not him.
That's fair. But hold on. Tattoo gift certificates. That's not an instantaneous process. She's going to be gone for a few hours.
And in pain when she gets back. That should work out well for you.
I'm saying that's when you schedule the game.
And then have a tracker or find my iPhone turned on. So, all right, guys, she's within 5 blocks of the house. Pick up all this shit and get the fuck out now.
You don't have that on your phone already?
I don't have a spouse.
Oh, that's fair.
Can you believe it, by the way, gentle viewers? I'm single. How the fuck did that happen?
Especially when you've got me in the stream.
Listen, Teen Wolf, you need to trim that beard. I'm just telling you that for free now. Okay?
No, there's no need for trimming beards now.
No, you look like a wizened wizard. He looks like Marty McFly let himself go and became a Unabomber. Okay? Slight difference between the two of you.
Brian, your beard is quite majestic. Mine when it starts getting down about here is not at all.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, your wife and I are friends on Facebook. How the fuck are you married? Like, Jesus, Mike. Ruby's such a sweetheart. I don't get it. All right.
Dirty history and hobbies.
My ex-wife's hobby was meth dealing.
Meth dealing OTR, over the road truckers.
Okay, that's fair. And also a little maybe too much information there. Have you been getting some super chats tonight? What's going on over there, buddy?
Iron Far, having no spouse is no reason not to prepare a GPS tracked phone for the spouse.
No, wait. That's the killer on the other one. Whoa, no, wait. Wait. That's illegal. I thought Brian looked like Family Man YouTuber Jesse. Huh?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, sorry, Seraphs. That's a deep cut I don't get. And it's all good. Fair enough. All right. Okay. So, I think we've summed up what we need to get the non-gaming spouse. Reprieve.
Yes. That's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, outside of the spouse, then we go into
where do you get the non-gaming mistress?
I'm not even touching that topic with anything.
A phone with
hit him with pods. So what was that, Game Masters?
A phone with a GPS tracker.
A phone with a GPS tracker.
Wow. Oh my God, Patrick, that's horrible, dude. I shaved mine off weeks ago. My wife didn't notice for 3 weeks. I'm new. Just look at that. Merry Christmas, Patrick. That was your gift. Me not jumping all over that one. I got jokes. All right. What's next, Mr. Game of ADHD?
Next topic is quote unquote free gifts. Okay, so be it basically I came up with 3 different things. Number one, is there something that you can use your talents for? Okay, maybe you're maybe you're a woodworker. Maybe you've got some extra wood. You can make them a set of wood dice. Or you can or you are an artist and so you can draw art for them, or something, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be free, but just kind of minimal cost. Okay.
Can I record a message for them? Hi, Brian's wife. This is your Christmas gift. As I read one of her non-bodice ripping romance novels on I sleep in a racing car. Do you sleep in a racing car?
So anyways, I've got a couple more, but we'll let everyone else chime in.
Yeah, I think though, as a DM, I'm already giving them the gift of my talents at this point in time. So no. Okay. For me, no. I spend enough time on my players as it is. I'm not going to be then like, and in my other free time, I'm going to arts and crafts for you. Like, no.
That's fine. We'll get to that in just a second.
Okay, I got wait. Sarah hits it best. No, read it in the radio voice. He walked into the room. He saw her standing there against the window, the sun coming in, silhouetting her body through the sheer white dress she was wearing. Yeah, that would be really sexy.
Now you need to read it like the paranormal show hosts that are always trying to hype up the really mundane sounding spooky stuff.
Yeah, read it like the former governor of Minnesota. She was in the room. It was quite good in the Baja. There's the governor of Minnesota, her alabaster heaving breasts. Anyway, all right, keep going, Brian. What do we got?
Well, okay. Do you guys have anything that you would put into the free
I got nothing.
category?
What would you guys? What would you guys do as the free thing you would give someone, i.e., your crafts, your talent, your time?
It's another tough one. Free character sheets. I mean,
I used to draw characters, like draw my players' characters. So
yeah,
that'll work.
And that's what.
But I would do that anyways, not even for the holidays. So I was the pencil whore at the table. So
sure, and actually, game masters. I mean, that's actually really kind of what I mean. You do the graphic design on it, and then you work at the print shop, and so you can actually make the character sheet. So it's not that there's no cost, but it's relatively small. The boss slips you the paper; he doesn't really care, whatever.
The hell kind of print shop you think he works at? The Sopranos?
I don't know.
Hey, I give you a gift. I got some 80 weight here for you. Just take it. All right, Pearl, you like it.
Just avoid that 70-pound. It's kind of slick. Get right on it.
It's pink, not original. It's drying. But yeah, okay, fair. All right. So art, custom made stuff, doodads, like printing stuff, taking advantage of your work. Got it. What else?
My wife made dice bags for my players one year.
So all my brain heard was my wife, and then there was a pause in my brain. I'm going, well, that would be an interesting gift to give someone. And she comes with power tools.
She does.
Eli's like, I'm liberal, not that liberal. No,
everybody has a price. No,
hey, $20 is $20.
I'm Canadian. $5 is $5. All right. So your wife doing custom bags? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's free.
Yes, employ other people for free gifts.
Exactly.
Get Brian to paint a bunch of miniatures for your players.
So with Jen, my wife, she's gonna do the craft stuff anyways. So when the holidays comes around, all I have to do is say, it would be really cool to do dice bags for the players. And she's like, what kind of interior fabric do they want? What do they want on the outside? Or do they want any trim? Yeah.
Now in my head, this is your marriage, where it's just like, it'd be really cool if tonight was our special night. You're just like a 10-year-old in a relationship. I love it.
I'm married for 20 years plus.
Oh,
so.
There you go. So now they're like, okay, fine, it's special night. Whatever. All right, what else we got? Now American bucks is like $6 in Canada. $5 is like $10. I seem to be making dice trays out of some old box valances. What are valances? Valences? Is that like when you take a PKE meter and you sweep for valences? What's a valence? I found
we need a little clarification.
And lining them with some green Hessian. Are you killing Germans? What the fuck?
This sounds like somebody who has actually worked with fabric and stuff.
Well, dirty history and hobbies makes me wonder if we need to check his walled up room for human heads at this point.
How dirty is that history?
Yeah,
What were your
exactly.
hobbies?
Yeah. How dark is that hobby, sir? Wood boxes that go at the top of windows indoors. Oh, okay. All
Did
right.
you spend
That's
any
cool.
time in Argentina?
Yeah.
What are your feelings on Pol Pot? Okay, so anyway, all right, so that's cool. Making custom give like anyone can go grab a glue gun and the right stuff at a Michaels or a Hobby Lobby and
Yeah.
make a dice tray. Christ, I made a dice tower from going to a Michaels and picking up 5 things, and following a simple YouTube video. So you can do it.
Yeah,
It all
and
comes
remember,
down to what you have, what you can do. I mean, so,
yeah, and remember that's why I kept clarifying with free. It doesn't necessarily mean it costs nothing, but just like you're focusing more on like minimal cash outlay. So dirty is
Amontillado.
Amontillado, cask of Amontillado, man. It's Edgar Allan Poe.
sure.
Okay. I was never a goth.
You don't have
Anyway.
to be a goth. That's classic literature.
Whatever, pretension boy.
Pretension.
Allan Poe. I had to read Farley fucking Mowat. Okay, I grew up in Canada.
Well, yeah.
But
Death
yeah,
on the Ice. They thought Death on the Ice would be a great book for us to read in grade 8. Death on the Ice is a horrific book about the horrible seal hunt where all the seal hunters got stuck on the ice during a fucking snowstorm and no fucking boats could come pick them up.
Isn't that just basic survival where you come from?
You're dumb.
In July.
Oh my God, it's Poe says, Mr. I should be here, but he's not here right now, so he has no fucking voice I listen to.
Look both ways before crossing the street. Don't get caught on the ice when it separates.
Yuck it up. Go ahead, get it all out of your system.
Well, I have to
Remember
make
where your
up,
water
for, I have to
comes
make
from
up
when
for
you
about
guys
half
run
an hour
out.
of stream. So
Yes,
So
I know who he is. I've never read Cask of Amandamana. Sorry.
cask of armadillo. What the hell is that?
I don't know what a cask of armadillos are. There we go. Look at that.
much is
Here we
a-
go.
how
Here
much
we
is a
go.
cask
Let's
of
off
armadillo?
and running. Let's make the Canada shots. $5. Get me drunk so I can fight you properly like a good Canadian.
So going
From
back a
the
little
White
bit,
House.
Aaron Farr said in one of the first groups I ever played in, some of the players liked to quote unquote gift running one shots to the forever DM around holidays as a break from the campaign and let him be a player sometimes. That was actually on my list.
That's kind of cool.
And Michael Chad, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, is that something that you can do? Is that something that you're willing to do?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, that is an awesome gift to give your GM. If we go back to the GM
Correct.
gift, that's an awesome gift to give your GM. Because me, I don't want to play in your fucking campaign. Because 3 seconds in, I'm already rewriting it in my head, going, well, you could have done this instead, which would be way more interesting than what we're doing right now. AKA Descent into Avernus for one poor guy. By session 8, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. This is just tedious. But a one-off or a two-off is great. So was that?
Said I got a great idea for that shopkeep 3 scenes ago.
Can I run the next session? Because I want to tell you what happened with that shopkeep that we just passed over. So that'd be a great gift. Running a one-shot? That's fantastic. I think that's the high watermark of the night, for my opinion.
Okay. Another thing, and this one is, all like the very close to that actual free line. Can you host the game? Maybe your GM just moved. He doesn't have as much room, or
I feel attacked by that.
It wasn't attacked. It was just pointing out something. No, but I mean, is it, maybe for just a change of pace? Hey, come over to my place, or, hey, we've got this option. Maybe you would be willing to host the players instead of the GM. Of course, GMs usually get a little grumpy about that because, well, I got to find my dice and I got to find my miniatures and I got to find the maps and I got to haul it all with me. Yes, I know it's not bare, but I'm just saying.
Okay. That reaction wasn't to you. It was to this. How is me running a Cyberpunk Christmas one-shot a gift to... Oh, wait. And my heart grew 2 sizes that day of evil. All right. What else we got? Was that it? Free was the last category?
No, the last category was technically
hang on, wait. Our Lord and Savior Lakeside
Len!
Games has arrived. Hello, Lakeside Games.
What up? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'm no longer a duly owned subsidiary of you, so I'm good.
You'll never be free of me. How are you?
We're great.
Len,
How
have
are
you
you?
met Game Masters? Game Masters, Len Pimental, a little bit of a he writes some games, and then I have to hear about them all the time from the people that come to these chats and tell me how I should be playing Black Star or Varen Hack again, or Buy This Axe I Hack, or Prowlers and Paragons, or I hacked at the shopping mall. I saw Mommy hacking Santa Claus. He's got a lot of games.
I need to figure out a title for a feudal Japan game. Right now, Hack of the Rising Sun is far in the lead.
Rise of the Hacking Sun?
There's also 6-man sword hack, but that might be too obtuse.
Yeah.
You know, that's like somebody, there's a great Ronin RPG called Wave Man, but the title is just, again, a bit obtuse. You see Wave Man, if you don't know what it is, you're like, Murph? So, anyway.
Sorry, hang on. I got to pump this up. Bear Wintery D says, remember, Mr. Bear, as my family says, if we're not picking on you, then it most likely means we don't like you. And in my family, we say, you just said I love you. Are you dying? Not the way of my people.
I'm Hispanic, dude.
The 7 hacks. That's, if we get 2 more people in here, yes.
I'm
Ronan,
here. There's at
Ronan
least
Dawn. You're welcome, Len. Yeah, how does that word hack fit in there, sir?
Yeah.
It's between the words. It's just
It's
implied.
Implied hack.
It's
right.
written by a hack. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Not wrong. You wouldn't be wrong.
Peter David was nowhere near it. Okay, so Brian, and that I think Len's the only one who got that joke, so I'm good with that. Brian, what's next?
I did get that joke. That was excellent.
I bought
All
it when I started doing comics. I picked up all the writing comic books, how to write for comics books, and Denny O'Neil, hands down, the master. How to Write the DC Way is a fucking brilliant book. It should be taught for this. Like, if you want to teach how to write, it's amazing. But I also got Peter David's. And by the end of it, I was talking to my buddy. I went, have you read this? He goes, yeah, I read it last week. I went, this man is a hack. And he goes, yes, but he's a talented hack. And I'm like, that's fair. That's a very fair assessment of Peter David. Oh my God, Wintry D, you're drunk. Go home. The 7th Hack Mirai. Oh my God. Okay, this is turning into a fucking Warner Brothers sketch. Brian, save us. What's next?
All right. So the last section was other. You know, it could technically apply to anyone. We've actually touched on one of the things that I had on the list, basically like an old book. So, you know, like a first edition AD&D book, or
What do you think I made of money?
Right. So again, it kind of fits into that kind of weird
You
category.
first.
Seriously, a white box D&D set, first printing, and my kidney.
Hey, some people can afford it. Some people can't. Again, these are just
Some people can afford houses
ideas.
right now. What's your point?
I'm not trying to say this is anything anyone has to do. I'm just throwing it out as an
This is
idea.
the most this is my Christmas gift to me.
Or you could just work in a print shop and, print your just
Well,
and they'll never know.
but you know, it also goes back to about not being afraid to look at used items. I was in the used bookstore and found a Star Wars D6 Rebel Alliance source book for like $20.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah. So
impressive.
like
1E or 2E?
1E.
That's not bad.
So I now have the core book, the source book, the Imperial source book, and the Rebel Alliance source book. I consider that quote unquote complete.
Game Masters, I'm glad you're here, because now with Len and you and me, we can just pull shit off our shelves constantly. To be like, whoa, shelf off our shelves. But sadly, Len's collection puts mine to shame now. Dear God, you pull the most random shit off your shelves, sir.
I do.
That's my Christmas gift. Break into his ass house and steal his collection from me.
Just
I'll
don't
have to
give
throw
it
my
back
book
to him.
I have Sword Bearer by Heritage.
You have that?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about buying that for like years, man. Oh my God. Michael Chad wins.
Fist of the North hack.
So I have the original edition that's in this little box.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, that comes with the 3 books.
Yeah.
And in fact, the 3 books are so hard to get out of the thing that I made a little like lever to be able to remove them. But yeah,
The first challenge you face in Swordbearer, getting the books out.
Comes with these books. All by, I think it's Dennis Loubet or whatever his name is. He did a lot of work in Dungeons and Dragons, the artwork.
Yeah.
This seems to be all his Loubet, all his work. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's on my Noble Knight wish list, and every now and then I get an email telling me it's in stock, and then I see the price, and I go, "It can stay in stock. Fuck you."
You know, it's you would like it. I have to tell
I
you.
know I would, because I've read reviews of it, and I go, "This sounds like something I would get into."
It has some elements that are, again, it's not. Is it your perfect thing that would alleviate you from needing to create your own fantasy heartbreaker? No, but does it have some elements that I think you would like? Yeah, it does. It has a very neat. That's my mecca. That's the mecca game.
I love Michael Chad. You are an amazing man.
He's Chad, that one. And Brian knows what I said because he's been to England.
I have.
All right, what's next, Brian?
The only other thing that I had.
Oh no, we're going to circle back to the start for the 2 latecomers, but that's okay.
Right. The only other thing that I had in my other category, because it is very, very like person dependent and kind of location dependent, which would be decorations for the game room.
I thought you were going somewhere really dark. Sex coupons. All right, so yeah, decorations. I have always wanted to set up. I've always wanted. Okay, you're on a good. All right, Len, calm down. This is a good one, Brian, because I've always wanted to have. If I ever had a house, one of my goals was to always make sure I had a room I could dedicate to gaming. And then those LED torches lights. Oh my god! Like, shut up! How much? All right, we lost Eli. Oh my god, how badly I want those in my life! Like, it's insane how much I want a room with those in my life.
Sure.
All right, calm down, Omanel.
No, my chat locked up.
It does, yeah. The freeze, yeah. It's streamer started doing that lately.
It still won't let me. It says join to chat. I'm pretty sure I'm already here.
Game
Master. Thank you, Game Master. So here's what we figured out. Game Masters is the life I could have had. He works in a print shop. He's got more subscribers than me. Watsy sends him review material. He's married. He has a game room. He has all the cool shit I want. All right, fine. I get it.
So,
I get it. You're the mirror universe. I get it.
It all started happening when I grew this out. That's the secret.
I get into way too many physical situations with people that can degenerate quickly. Giving them something to grab onto is a bad fucking idea in my world.
Still nowadays?
Dude, I can't walk through a grocery store without someone doing something stupid and then all of those instincts turning over me going, really? And then them turning and sizing up whether they think they can take me or not. And because of where I live, they're usually Russian. And they're like, "Will you have a problem with me?" And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm not fighting a Russian guy in the dairy section. But anyway, I digress. So decorations would be great. I saw someone, I think it was on YouTube, their players bought him a dragon's head, which they mounted on the wall behind his GM chair. Yeah,
and I was like a whole series of those. They've got a couple of different dragons, a beholder. They've got a bunch of different things, and they're all mounted like you just went out on a hunt.
That's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, right. And so, but again, that's also one of those things that maybe that's in your budget, but it could be something as simple as getting Bear his flicker lights, or I
don't know where to put them.
I
need a room for the flicker lights. Get me the room first.
Okay, that's fair.
Buy me a house, motherfucker. That's what I'm saying.
So,
Ben lives in Florida. He doesn't have a basement. Anyway,
I do not have a basement. I was actually thinking, what you're going to have to do for me to buy you a house, and neither of us wants to go there.
I don't know. I think I could sell your ass on the open
Yes.
market.
Lynn doesn't need dragon heads anyways. He's got gators.
Dragon head.
His real
the game man
gators.
could write. It'll be his remember Florida Hold'em? Who was here for the Florida Hold'em podcast? Anyone remember that one? Where Len started getting into the weird places. Let's not go there again. All right.
Norman Lear died. Somebody just posted. Oh,
Norman Lear died. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. I'll take a moment of silence for the man who created Mary Hartman. Mary Hartman? No?
Oh.
Am I that old? Okay.
No, I got you. I mean, don't get me wrong. That one's right at the very fringes of memory, but yeah.
Yeah. I only remember because of the Neil Simon play I did where they reference it. Hungar, are you do you have a computer, buddy? What's going on with you, Hungar? Let me know, because I didn't see you do a live stream today, so I'm just hoping you're somewhere good. All right, so let's go back to the top and bring ourselves back to the questions these two latecomers missed. Brian, start with the first one, please.
All right. What would you get for a player? We already have core rulebook, character art, novels, miniatures, dice are just like a generic one. It can be used for anyone. Our only recommendation was don't cheap out on the dice.
And I said day planner so they can show up on time.
Yes, the day planner.
A cool idea I got from my brother is he bought everybody a adventure journal, like a nice little leather bound journal book. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, and it was for he was starting a campaign. He's like, hey, this is each one of you can keep track of your character. I was out of his campaign in like 2 sessions, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got a new journal.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a customized art for your character and a journal embroidered with their name.
You didn't go that far.
I've had someone I've had someone put your entire backstory, history, lineage in the thing, and oh shit, you blew that save. Oh well, no character, buddy.
Yeah, you wait till 10th level before you do that much work.
No shit. No shit. All right, what do you got, Len?
This will come as no surprise, referring to, since we're talking about my shelf, but I mean, on top of everything that you guys have mentioned, and frankly, I would buy this for a player or a game master, and I have done this, in fact, which is, I would get somebody a game that I'm positive, an RPG specifically, that I'm positive they would never have bought for themselves. Probably because they either wouldn't have heard of it, or because it's just something that would not have automatically caught their interest. So, like, for you, Brian, for example, I don't know if you're one of those guys who has every mecha game, but there's a few mecha games I would think of that I'd be like, here you go. One called Mecha by Chris Perrin. One, if I could find it, a reasonable version of the old Mechton game or whatnot. Again, I know BattleTech's your favorite. I'm not trying to supplant it, but rather, or Lancer is another one that was pretty popular recently.
Yeah, I don't know. I read that one. I don't think Brian would like Lancer.
So, and again, it's not a question of,
Sure.
I don't think anything's going to supplant your BattleTech. But sometimes it's nice to just see other games, get other ideas that might inspire you. And you know what? Maybe you might actually just enjoy the read. I don't know that I ever played back a million years ago in the 90s. I don't know that I ever played a single session of Werewolf, the original White Wolf Werewolf. But I know I read that book from cover to cover. I absolutely adored it. And it is probably one of the reasons I'm still here talking to you guys, because I was going through an especially tough time. And the context of what was going on in that book probably grounded me enough to thankfully allow me to move through that tough time. And so yeah, I would find a game that I think would be in line with the things you like, but that I don't expect you would get on your own or even want to get on your own. But now that you have it, maybe it's worth a read. Maybe you'll read it on the John over time, whatever, and have fun with it. So
sure. And I mean, that's a very specialized way. Cause we'd originally said like a core rule book or a starter set for a GM. But I think that's actually a little bit better. because you are kind of pushing something where they would enjoy it. Might not necessarily be your thing, but it's like, hey, here's that little thing that you might not have known about. Especially because with how RPGs are, really varied, so many different genres and topics, and who knows. So
it's incredibly easy to miss. There's so many of them now, and some of them have some really neat ideas and are hidden behind mediocre art or no art at all, or just get lost in the shuffle because they're small and whatnot. But and of course I'm biased. If I can have a small publisher give them some money, I'm going to line up to do that.
Okay.
Short line, but yeah, good on you. All right, next, Brian.
All right.
Game Masters, do you have any new ideas after hearing all that?
No, I really like the idea that Lynn came up with, is in gifting somebody a book that wouldn't necessarily be their genre, but is something that you can still pull inspiration from. I really like that idea.
You're no longer allowed on the show because now you become part of the Len Club. All of a sudden, we all fucking love Len.
Check is in the mail.
If I could find it cheap, I would gift any game master out there a copy of this. The Decipher Star Trek Role-Playing Narrator's Guide, single-handedly one of the best RPG books I've ever read on how to run a fucking game. It's really good. And
this would be the one I'd give someone.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah. Ghost Dog. Nice. Oh,
it is
a special limited edition preview cut of the Ghost Dog. Watch.
It's a self-contained book. You don't need anything else. A hell of a fun game.
Who published it?
This is from Artisan. No, that's the movie company.
Guardians of Order. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Guardians of Order.
Guardians of Order. Wow.
Yeah.
Original TriStat.
Well, yeah. All right. What's the second one now? What's next, Len? Brian. Sorry.
Game Masters. What would you get for a Game Master?
Yeah. What would y'all don't? What do y'all want to get me?
Or me. I've game mastered at least 2 of you so far.
Maybe it's going to be a new game master. Maybe you're trying to encourage somebody to be a game master. Maybe it's the guy who's been running the game for the last 5 years.
I honestly don't know because I'm always the game master.
Okay, so what do you want?
What do I want? The list is far too long.
Pick one.
No.
All right.
Not really useful, but I just there's
real quick. Here's the rough list of what we came up with.
I was gonna ask,
starter sets, customizable GM screens, like the like vinyl ones with the little slots, and you can change out the charts and whatnot. A setting or a source book for the game you guys are playing. And
Jesus.
Wow. Game mastery for dummies.
No, honestly, I think Bear's not gonna like this because it's gonna put me in the Len Club. But I think honestly, his gift for a player is also a good way to go for a GM, a game that they really want or is obscure that they've never really thought about, or they can't generally afford. Like my brother's like for my birthday, he's like, here's that copy of Alien you wanted. I'm like, yes, because I don't have the $60 to just throw around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not going to put you in any place. Oh, wow, that's the leading edge games. Oh my god.
Oh, leading edge games.
Horrible game. Great information.
Oh,
fantastic lore. Like the lore.
Yeah, that's what I used for my D6 Alien game I did way back in the day. So just took all the lore from that and converted it over.
And they have a Colonial Marines supplement as well. I have the PDFs of all that fun stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Crafty put a good one in chat. Arbiter of Worlds by Alexander McCrease. Which I've read like half of it. It's really, really good. One that I got last year, which was actually funny because I just put it in the Amazon cart. Kim ordered it, assumed it was for my kid, and I'm like, no, I wanted this one. But it is the Ultimate RPG Game Master's World Building Guide, basically it's just a bunch of questions for world building, for fantasy, for sci-fi, for horror, for all sorts of stuff, and it was cheap. So, anyways,
Actually, a really good one, and you need to have money to buy it these days because it sells for a pretty penny. I mean, Amazon's got it for $467, but
Sorry.
yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know why they have never.
Len's like, I am intrigued.
I don't know why this has never been reprinted or brought back again. But the Ultimate Toolbox from AEG, that book is fantastic because it's just charts and charts and charts of magic items, weather conditions, towns, NPCs. You're stuck for something, roll a die, pick it off the list. There you go. You got what you need. But it's
For what game is this?
It was generic. It was system free.
There's a good number of those out nowadays.
But this one is still the best I've ever seen. Like everybody else doesn't this was something special. A buddy of mine had a copy of it, and I spent like a weekend reading it. And like I've never read a chart book before, and like actually was interested in reading the chart book. It's so good, but it's ridiculously expensive on the secondary market.
Surprised I haven't reprinted it.
Yeah, I'm shocked it hasn't been reprinted.
Well, AEG, I think they've completely gotten out of the role playing side when they sold off L5R to Fantasy Flight.
They have a warehouse full of them, and every now and then they just go sell one at Noble Night Game, to pay for something.
We need to pad the budget this week.
Exactly. The Tome of Adventure Design is nice and all that, but I'm telling you, this is something special. There's a reason why it sells for as much as it does in this day and age. It is. You can get the PDF if you want to check it out. The PDF's on Drive-Thru RPG, and it ain't expensive. It's what? Well, let's find out. Alderac Entertainment Group, Ultimate Toolbox, $40 Canadian. So I don't know what that is American. So probably about $30 American for the PDF. But 400 pages of awesomeness. Okay, sorry, I derailed the entire conversation. Holy shit. Are you all over on RPG Googling it up? What?
In the meantime, my brain is going, okay, 14 cents a sheet, 400 pages.
I did the same damn thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, you people. Hey, someone in the chat has it. Look at that. There you go. Nice. Yeah, if you do modern games, this isn't a crazy idea at all. Some atlases. I remember when we used to play James Bond back in high school, we used to go buy roadmaps and stuff from the CAA, AAA for you guys, CAA for us. We'd go just buy, because they'd have maps of all over the world, right? And they were like $1.50, $2. We'd just go buy the maps. We'd have them as, places you could do James Bond adventures. So that was fun.
Yeah, we did that with Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu.
I like all of those ideas.
I don't play Call of Cthulhu, thank you.
Oh,
I don't like games where I can't win. No, I'm kidding. I'm just not a Lovecraft fan. I like the concept of Lovecraftian horror and all that fun stuff, but it just doesn't crank my whiz.
Yeah.
Anyways, Len, I don't think you answered that.
No, well, my original answer was really for both game masters or players. I think that applies either way. If you want a specific game master tailored reference, I mean, there's any number, we've discussed them. There's any number of GM focused books, but if there's one that hasn't been mentioned, if no one's mentioned, first of all, Crafty wins with a reference to Conan. So we're done and really nothing else need to be said. But having said that, I will just trail off my thought, which is John Wick has Play Dirty and Play Dirty 2, which I think are excellent GM books. You have to take the advice in them with a grain of salt, but there's a lot of core truths in the books, which like one of the most excellent things is, well, how do you, what do you do with somebody whose character is too powerful or whose character is too strong or leave the character alone. Doesn't matter how tough or how powerful or whatever they are. When you've got their mother tied up in the back or their cat or whatever. Now what are you going to do? It was just a very thought-provoking read. I read it a while ago, but I thought it was excellent from a thought-provoking perspective. So play Dirty 2.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So then the next one was for the non-gaming spouse.
I already answered that in the comments.
That's when Eli came up. So let's see how Len does on this one.
What do you get for the non-gaming spouse?
Can you tell them what we came up with so far?
So I wrote a few things down, but in the end I realized I was really only writing down one thing. Okay. Whatever her hobby is that is going to keep her occupied for a few hours while you get your game in.
See, Brian's has an ulterior motive.
So I was going to say the same.
This is the guy who said, buy the GM a starter set of a game you want to play.
Which
I was going to recommend that too. Yeah, for sure. But
I didn't say for the game
say,
that I wanted to play. I said for the game that he wants.
No,
Brian
hold on.
Specifically was angling that.
Yeah, no,
but
real quick.
Say buy the yellow box marble, but apparently it's not a starter set. So I think it also.
Wow, really? You want to do that? You want to do that?
Well, but like, I still think it's funny that I'm getting crap for suggesting, get the GM a starter set for the game that you want to play, and Bear's like, no, that's a horrible idea, but
wow,
yeah, I would really like that.
Wow, did not say that at all, but that's awesome that's how you took it.
That's how I took it.
Buddy.
Anyone who wants to get me a starter set of any game is welcome to do so. I will take it with the love and thought and care that it is meant.
Yeah, here's the problem, man. You know what Brian's going to do? He's going to buy me a Shadowrun starter set.
I am now.
Yeah, I get.
And then you're going to feel obligated to run that game for the player.
Oh, see, that's where the disconnect doesn't happen. It's like, thanks. It's a gift.
Yeah. See, no, I have a heart, Len.
Yeah. No.
And today it grew 2 sizes.
It's like when you give someone, you give someone money. Well, what are they going to do with it? I don't know. It's theirs now. Bye.
Damn, Matt, that's rough.
But anyway, that's the answer is you've literally just told me that you've implied that they're not a gamer, and beyond the fact that they boink a gamer, I literally don't know anything about them. So the answer is tell me about them and I will tell you what to get them as a gift. So, but it's
your partner's a gamer is what you're saying, Lynn. Your partner, she's a gamer.
No.
Okay, so what would you get her?
My wife, I would get tons of crafting stuff because she loves crafting. So, in fact, I have been accused of being an enabler, which is like, I got to slow down. I'm like, you really do. Have some yarn. So,
it's all good. My wife makes me stuff, so it's like, hey, get her all the crafting stuff she wants.
Here's some yarn. Give me a dice bag.
It makes her. I mean, like my wife makes T-shirts, and you've seen my Prowlers and Paragons cap. She made that. So she does. She makes shirts. She made our shirts for Thanksgiving. She's awesome, and I don't know how I pulled that down, but it's a whole different conversation. But anyway, so yeah, but you got to find out what the spouse is interested in, and then
because she's your spouse or he's your spouse.
Well, I can answer for my own spouse, but if we're just saying in general,
we're saying what would you get for your spouse? That's the idea.
For my wife, she likes planners, and so I get her planners. There's specific books that I know she wants, and I get her books. And there's specific crafting stuff that I get her. And then there's also specific items of jewelry and whatnot, but we're not going to kind of continue.
So what you're saying is it might help to know what your spouse is into.
That's exactly the point. Yeah.
Well, but that's also, like I said, usually something like in this case, I was going for something that is going to occupy their time while you're off gaming. Like Kim has a tendency, like if I'm just in her eyes, goofing off and she's just sitting around bored, that's when she starts developing the wife aggro. But I'm very, very, again, I'm super lucky. I don't know how I don't wife aggro is a concern, and my wife is super occupied with what, like, I don't need to give her anything to keep her occupied. She's got more than enough to keep her occupied. So
Meanwhile, Kim's like Ruprecht the monkey boy running around banging plots behind him going, Oklahoma.
Yeah. I'm an.
Excuse me, may I go to the bathroom?
If she's not in my games,
Thank
she's
you.
then elsewhere, and doing her own thing.
So Jerry Williamson, I just wanted to point this out. It's funny. He says, I wasn't a sci-fi GM, but got Star Trek Adventures core book after your games, which thank you very much. Glad we inspired you. One of my players said, hey, can you run this? And here I am running the adventures of the USS Blandy. So there you go, buddy. Yeah, nice one. Your players, good, clever. And also Wintry D says, don't get the Shadowrun starter box. It sucks, apparently. So there you go. I'm safe.
Well, it's the starter set for Shadowrun. So.
Oh my goodness!
Sure, it's excellent for people who like that.
If you like a starter set for masochism, sure.
If you like a starter set for not cyberpunk, well, there you go. You could also buy a shoebox with some dead pigeons in it and have just as much fun. It's the kid serial killer starter box. What are you gonna do? All right, and what was next? What's after that?
Then we had the free or very low cost category, where basically use something of your talents or upcycle something.
I have a role-playing game that I'm making for my friends. It's been years in the process because it's going to be a big giant game that can't
show off.
Because it's
no one likes the braggart there.
What's really bad is I was thinking, and the game designer is going to tell me that I would make somebody a game.
You can do it too. Anybody can do it.
I know, but mine suck.
Here
I reinvented Candyland, but badly.
Okay, I want to play in that campaign. I'm sorry. I know I said I'm only doing one shots, but I want to play in the shitty Candyland game.
Nose Candyland.
Candy.
Okay, I love it. But my character's going to be a guy who owns a bar called Coke and Hose. All right, sound good?
Sounds good.
So you're designing a game for your buddies.
Yeah. So that's it's been going on forever. That's almost a running joke at this point because it's almost 12 years in the making, but it's evolved a lot over time. But in any case, you could do a small version of that. You could design an adventure. If not a game, you could design an adventure for a game. You could, if you can draw, you can commission a character, etc.
By the way, Brian, you got a gift from Crafty.
I saw that.
No, earlier, Crafty made my penis only for show. Moving forward in life, I will never have an erection again. Oh, that's not the one. Where is it? Hang on. Sorry. There it is. Bear. Imagine a female version of me. Well, my testicles are empty for life now. Thank you. I will never have children or sex again. Thank you, Crafty. I've seen you. I've seen your face. I don't want to know. Just no. Yeah. Crafty is an assassin when it comes to just tearing people apart. So I think he gave you a nice gift there, Brian.
I like everyone at my gaming table, though.
No.
I only have one.
Well, you're going to run a Rifts one-shot sooner or later, right?
I'm working on it. I'm making notes. I promise.
Right. Yeah. Len, I told him no one should be allowed to play a juicer since both you and Cody wanted to play juicers.
Oh, I'll let Cody play the juicer. I'll do something else then.
That's what Cody said. Oh my God. And then Cody went Glitter Boy. And I went, okay, well, I want to play a dragon. And I got vetoed.
So Glitter Boy was going to be my next option, but if I can't be a Glitter Boy, then obviously I've got to be like a street rat. I'll be like a lad.
We're all going to wind up playing Dog Boys once.
No, a power armor suit would be fine, but I think a Glitter Boy is a little much for what I'm.
I'm going to make a street rat named Aladdin. I'm going to sing the whole damn game.
I'm so fucking in.
Does he have a mutant monkey that hangs out with him and a mutant parrot?
You understand? I have a drama kid, and they're doing Aladdin this year, so I've been listening to the Aladdin soundtrack a whole lot.
You could get worse soundtracks.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
You can also get better. Les Mis.
No.
Hell, Cats.
Nope.
Look out, bad guy. Have you seen my boom gun?
What was what did you say, Bear?
I don't know anymore. Fuck, who knows?
Les Mis, I think.
No, I said Phantom.
Oh yeah. Also no.
What have you got against Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Android
Because
Weber. I love
Android Weber.
You gotta get Android Weber.
Okay, so there you go, Brian. He just
That's
the
what I'm
bad
playing in
guy
Rift. I'm
for
playing an
your-
Android Weber.
It's our new
bad guy for
AI
your
chat
adventure,
GPT
Brian.
playwrights music.
Must be Android Lord Weber.
So growing up,
With
we weren't allowed to watch
cybernetic
TV.
cats.
We weren't allowed to watch TV on Sunday until after 6, and we would come home from church.
Hang on. Hold that thought. I must give Stephen Watson stink eye. You can just Disney the fuck out of here, sir. Let it go.
And
TV after 6 on Sundays.
My sisters would turn on the soundtrack to Les Mis and Phantom back to back all Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
That's tough.
So
I'm not gonna
rush
lie.
right out, grab a copy of the Rocky Horror Picture soundtrack, and counter it.
Again, this was
How'd you do?
this was
see
30
you
years
next
ago.
month.
I'm just saying.
That was
I've
40
heard it
years
enough.
ago. It still counts.
No, that's when you conjure that ADHD talent of making up new lyrics to songs on the fly, and then really piss them off because you're making fun of their favorite thing, and
Is that an ADHD thing?
yes,
It's
it's a form of stimming.
I'm discovering that all these various ADHD things. I'm like, oh wow, I do that.
I mean, it's
So
not
be-
exclusively ADHD. It's just one of those behaviors that's associated with ADHD.
So
Interesting.
be careful, Len, because Monsieur Boivin took an autism test and discovered he scored extremely high on it.
Surprise!
Just saying. You got to be careful when you start investigating these roads. You might find things you don't want to know about yourself. I'm just saying.
Wintry D wants to know if we can make a juicing glitter dog boy.
So wait. So he's on roids.
He's a dog boy that's
he's
been
a little
juiced up
fabulous.
in a glitter boy suit. Jesus.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere completely different with the glitter, but okay, well, let's go to the
It's-
boring boys.
It's riffs.
Hey, anything
that-
can happen in Rifts, including glitter.
Glitter.
I was
Also
very
known as craft
disappointed
art.
when I
That's when
found
you
out
come
that
to the
Glitter
table
Boy's
saying you
primary
made a
canon
glitter
wasn't
boy
the
and then
glitter
having it be
canon.
very wrong. Where's your power suit? There's no power suit.
What are you talking about?
Shh, glitter.
I have glitter bikini shorts.
Now, oh my God, what's his name?
My
What's
character's
the
a
dude
male
who passed
stripper, and
away?
he's
Gary
glitter
Glitter?
boy.
No, oh my God, a comedian. He's a heavy guy with a big mustache.
Rip
Um,
Torn?
I don't dance,
No.
you know.
Rip Torn. Yeah, Rip Torn.
Yeah.
No, Rip Taylor.
Rip Taylor.
Yeah,
That's
I was in the
Oh
right
my
ballpark.
God, it's Barbie. She's on the pill.
I thought he was friggin' hysterical.
He was.
He
Especially
was
when you saw the stuff that he wasn't doing on Hollywood Squares, where he got little like fucking.
No, yeah,
wasty.
exactly.
Oh,
No,
fuck,
he
he was
was-
funny.
It was hysterical. That would be that. I would play that glitter boy. 100%.
Uh-oh. Brian, looks like we're going to have an Android Lord Weber fight going on here because
Hey, Crafty, I'm not saying you can't like them.
I'm just saying you're wrong.
No, I've seen all of those in theater. You know, not a movie theater like an act like stage production. I've seen all of them.
I saw Cats
Were you in England
in
when
the
it happened?
theater.
I was not. No, it was at the Gamage Theater in Tempe, Arizona.
Yes, Arizona, where Broadway is done right.
It was
No,
an
these
early
were-
bird dinner.
No, these were like the traveling Broadway productions. These
All right,
were
that's fair.
but yeah, no, I've seen all of them, but doesn't mean I like them anymore having seen them in person. Because like I said, when you're a typical at the time 14-year-old boy and you have an older sister and you have a younger sister and it's just like fire hosed at you, you're just no. I'm
Man,
done
you
with
lucked
it.
out. The only theater I get to see when I was younger is my grandparents took me to a dinner theater production of Hello Dolly.
Seen that one too.
I was like,
In Branson,
9.
Missouri.
no, it was in Sacramento.
My mom was in it.
All right.
Hey, Game Masters, I'm sorry, man. I
I
thought
know. Game Master's like, what did I walk into?
Fucking chuckleheads. I don't know.
This is all by choice.
I made my decision. I stand by it.
I've done my civic duty. I've shown up on the lesser YouTube channels.
Wow.
Hey, you got one new subscriber out of it. So, anyhow. So,
Wonder who that is.
me?
Let's check their passports. See if they've been to England lately.
And their mom was
You
in
can't-
Off-Broadway.
You can't check my passport because England doesn't stamp them anymore.
I saw Evita when I was in Argentina or some bullshit, right,
My
Brian?
aunt was a dancing signpost in The Wizard of Oz.
I saw the movie Brazil when I was in Brazil.
I've never seen Brazil.
Okay, well, you're missing out. It's
What?
an amazing film. It's an amazing film.
You really
It's
do
kinda
need
hard to
see
miss.
this.
It's a
You
little
do
bit
need to
south
see
of
I
this.
keep
US.
wanting to, and it's not on any of the streaming services, and I've been too cheap to
Surprise.
rent
It
it.
is an excellent.
Yar.
It's an excellent film.
It's only
Well, I'll
on
tell you what, if
some
I ever get
streaming
around to
service
getting
at any
my,
given time.
my Plex Global server up and running, Brian, you'll be able to see all these movies.
Okay.
Not the feel-good movie of the year, but it's an excellent movie.
Ooh, really not.
Yeah.
The ending will fuck with you. It will happen.
I have heard that.
It is overall like it's funny because it's Terry Gilliam. Let's take this off track for a second because it's Terry Gilliam. The humor is,
Dry.
it's kind of farcical and it's kind of absurdist.
Dark,
And so
farcical,
Right,
sophomoric.
it's dark, but you're okay with the darkness because it's kind of farcical. And then the movie winds up and you're like, fuck me.
Kind of like if Doctor Who got grouchy. But it's what I've always thought of Terry Gilliam.
It's just the way that Terry Gilliam can weave gonzo, sophomoric, surreal, and cutting edge satire.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
I mean, it's excellent, but it impacted. I was young when I saw it. It impacted me.
I saw it in high school. I think was that when I was in high school. I think. But I remember seeing it and going,
Probably high
"This
school.
isn't like Monty Python." That's what I remember my thought
You're
was.
not wrong. That was my.
This is nothing like Monty Python. What the fuck am I like it, but what the fuck is this? You know?
Brazil was more cerebral a movie than I was prepared to watch. I think.
Well, I just read 1984 for class.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I'm watching this going, this is way better than 1984. Like, this is way better. Because I read 1984 and I'm like, well, this is stupid. A TV that can talk to you, please. Well, I was wrong.
As he sits here on the TV talking to people.
Exactly. And I do my 20 minutes of hate every day, or my 2 minutes of hate. Picture of Len, and then I feel better. It's pretty good.
Real quick, Crafty says, I saw Cats being performed by actual musically trained cats. We are not the same.
Wow.
That would not
I
be
don't wanna
funny,
see
but for
that.
the "We Are Not the Same," which was
Yeah. And Steven does warn you, Brian, you're looking, if you type Brazilian, you're going to see a different movie on the pirate servers. Just be careful. Oh my God. Jesus, what happened? What happened?
I don't know. I think I started off, organizing a pretty
No,
good
you did
stream.
very well for the ADHD boy. You did a really good job. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. Tell Kim you deserve a cookie. But Pertwee was my favorite doctor, so I think the doctor is supposed to be grouchy. Yes, but here's the greatest crime. Why has Sean Pertwee not played the doctor at least once? Sean Pertwee is an amazing actor. And could you imagine that little angry spark plug cockney fuck as the doctor? Like, it would be so good. It would make the Chris Eccleston doctor look like a happy rainbow parade by comparison. I fucking would love it. Sorry, is this a deep cut for the non-Doctor Who fans? Is this what we're doing? Are we in a bad place?
I know I should be a Doctor Who fan, and I just have not yet gotten into it. Funny enough, Darlene watched the David Tennant. My wife watched the David Tennant Doctor Who and really liked it.
Mhm.
But I'm way more of a sci-fi fan than she is. But she's sort of stumbled across it and loved it. But yeah, Doctor
When are you
Who's-
going to write the Doctor Hack?
Sorry.
When are you going to write the Doctor Hack game?
Yeah, I got too many other things that are closer to
Time
that.
hack.
You're a time hack. Fuck. Calm down. I said you got a cookie. Don't ruin it. All right. Any questions from the audience or any final thoughts we'd like to have about Christmas gifts or holiday gifts or Kwanzaa gifts or Tet gifts or whatever?
Does anybody need my address? No, it's kidding.
So I've got
Yes,
a
'cause
question
I'm
for
going to
the
give it out
panel.
on the internet.
What'd you say,
Game
Brian?
Masters has a question.
I've got a question for the panel, everybody. What would you give as a gift to characters?
To characters.
Mm-hmm.
One more day of life.
Some happiness inserted into your tragic backstory that's 82 pages long.
A reason for that block and tackle you put on your character sheet, not understanding it wasn't what you thought it was. Len?
A portal to a better effing world where
Yeah.
things are okay and they can just effing chill.
Especially if you're playing first edition.
Bring your
man.
kids, bring your
Fantasy
family.
stuff.
We'll make one trip, and you guys can finally relax.
Yeah. A weekend pass out of fantasy fucking Vietnam. Just to get to go home for a weekend.
Or wherever, like they're living in Star Wars world or Conan world or no, just yeah, just get them the hell out.
But is a happy world really a good role-playing world, to be honest?
No, my point is I want to get them out for them of a good role-playing world.
That's fair.
Unfortunately for all of them, they live in interesting times.
Sadly. This was my reaction when someone said, "Hey, you want to play Legend of the Five Rings?" Why? Well, it's a really authentic, style feudal Japanese game where you play feudal Japanese. I'm like, no. Why not? Because I don't want to be in feudal Japan. Like, if you read about feudal Japan, it's not a fun, happy fucking place. It's really bad. And if you piss off the wrong person, you're fucked,
It's not authentic. It's not.
But you know what I mean. Like he wanted to run it authentic was his point.
I will tell you that one of the things that inspired me to do this little, to try to write this this feudal Japan hack or whatever is that I'm trying to see, and I don't know if I can do it yet. We're working, but I'm trying to think of trying to do a fun heroic adventure version of feudal Japan. And the first thing is, this isn't feudal Japan. This is inspired by or evocative of, but let's be very clear, this isn't feudal Japan. So, like I said, we're still working. Yeah.
Feudal Japan. I've seen enough baby card assassin movies to know feudal Japan is not a place I would want to be ever. And then I read enough Sun Tzu to go, oh, I would really never want to be in feudal Japan. Like just that whole thing with cutting off the general's, the king's favorite wife's head when he said he could make them into generals. It's like, yeah, there's a dark period all over Asia that is just not a fun fucking time to be there. And in feudal Japan syncs up with that real nicely, sadly.
Yeah. Also, a lot of what people buy as Japan, feudal Japan, though, is all come from the stupid philosophizing that was done in peacetime and has nothing to do with the realities of actual.
Was that the Edo rule? Was that it? The one where all the artists were running, and then the shoguns were like, "Okay, you guys are fucking up Japan, so we're taking over."
No, it's during the later era when nobody was actually fighting, and they're all just saying, "Remember how awesome it was to be an honorable samurai?" And you're like, Tokugawa, yeah.
Got it. I know. Be clear. Yes, I'm writing this. I know very, very, very little, so I am as far from an expert on this as you can.
Face it, a lot of people say, oh, if you failed, you killed yourself. Yes, because that's how you get experienced generals.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's not to kill yourselves. It's not the seppuku or that. That's not the shit I'm worried about. It's the way if you were nobody and you fucking pissed off the wrong person, you were nobody.
I mean, there's literally a right of samurai to cut people down,
to kill anyone, basically of a lower caste.
Gee, that sounds like a fun game. Yay, because there's always going to be, unless you're playing the fucking top of the chain, there's always someone higher up the food.
Well, in Legend of the Five Rings, you are all the top of the chain. In Legend of the Five Rings, you are all samurai. You're not all necessarily warriors, but you're all samurai, and you've got inherent in the structure of the game is you have certain obligations that require you to walk. The whole trick of the game is the obligations that you have for these and how they conflict with whatever it is you're trying to do, and the stress and tension of navigating that. And funny enough, that's what I don't want to do any of. I want to be like, I want you to have fun, chambara, some sword fighting and magic and so on. I want there to be some flavor of the honor and all that stuff, but I don't want that to be. If you want Samurai Tragedy, John Wick's Blood and Honor is the game.
Yeah, the secret for that, honestly, would just be to do like a game that focused on powerful, potent Ronin type characters who
like 47
themselves,
Ronin, right?
can defend themselves rather than just some. I'm a dirt farmer. Yay!
Yeah,
I mean that's how you also get ninja, but
I thought of calling the game I thought of calling the game the Dishonored hack because specifically you're about a group, but I think Dishonored is something else. Like it's another game, it's another property. I think
it's a video game franchise.
Is it okay? Yeah, and there you go. And I don't want to run afoul of that. But conceptually, my thought is this is a game about people who are outside of the structure. Now, of course, the caveat is how close do you stick to Japan? Because by being outside of the structure, they are extremely vulnerable. But maybe that's okay because they're player characters anyway, and player characters. Maybe that's okay.
A fair amount of the like, especially like the manga samurai stuff and all that, not necessarily the samurai film things. A lot of the characters are not within the structure.
Yeah, they're Ronin
but they're well able to take care of themselves, and that's where your PCs need to sit in a setting like that. If you're going to have them in that world, but not vulnerable to it. So
that's what I'm. Funny enough, that's exactly what I'm sort of toying with him. And all this was inspired by Stupid Blue Eye Samurai, which just blew me away. It was so good. No. So if anyone hasn't seen Blue Eyed Samurai,
It's on my list.
Not for kids. Not for kids. Not for kids.
Throw in there a little classic ninja scroll, and you're good.
Oh my God, Ninja Scroll was amazing too. Anyway, sorry to take that off, but thanks guys for talking about it because I've been struggling with this.
Hit me up on Discord, man. I'll talk to you about it all day.
Awesome.
First one's a joke. Teenage Mutant Ninja hack. Second one,
because we could use a mutant animal ninja game, anyways.
Second one, you said it was Blue-Eyed Ronin.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Blue Eye Samurai. Okay.
It's on
Blue Hack Samurai. There you go.
No, I'm not gonna make it that.
The Blue-Eyed Hack.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly Hills Ninja. Beverly Hills Hack.
Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas versus Surf Nazis. I want to play that game.
Skeet Surfing USA.
All right, you're not allowed to talk anymore. Your speaking privileges have been revoked. Skeet Surfing USA. What movie is that from? Fuck.
Skeet Surfing? Skeet Surfing is from Top Secret.
Yeah. Top Secret. Thank you. I was trying to remember what the fuck I saw that in.
I know a little German. He's right over there.
It makes me laugh every time.
History of the World Part 1. Bring me a small liar. I swear to God, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I've been framed.
What is wrong with me? Those jokes make me laugh every single time.
There's just some things that make you laugh. And there's some things that make you cry. Iron Giant being one of them.
I took German in high school. My brothers are twins. They're 7 years older than me, so really don't know them that well. But I'm in high school. My brothers graduated plenty before, but the number of times he would make that I know a little German joke because of it. So that one stuck in my head.
And by the way, I'm writing down all these suggestions that people are offering in the chat. So thank you.
There you go. My name's Nick. What does it mean? I don't know. My father thought of it when he was shaving. No, that's one of the best lines in Top Secret, as far as I'm concerned, is when.
Wait, say that again.
My name is Hillary. It means she whose bosoms defy gravity. My name's Nick. What does it mean? I don't know. My father thought of it while he was shaving. It took our plastic surgeons 2 weeks to get the smile off his face. But anyway, that's another whole thing. We won't start making anal intruder jokes at this late hour.
No, we're good.
Well, it looks like we've all got plenty of options for our holiday gift buying. I don't know how to Martha Stewart my way out of this one. I'm stuck. I don't know how to end this. Someone end this because I can't.
Look, it doesn't matter. Christmas.
This entire 2 hours was a waste of fucking time. It doesn't matter.
Get out of
here. We're all gonna die.
Hold on.
Life is meaningless.
Someday the universe will
Santa isn't real.
Death of the universe will come. Nothing will last forever. We're all made of stardust. Fuck you. All right, go ahead, Brian.
I'm gonna keep the religious side out of it because y'all know I could go plenty deep on that one. But at the end of the day, at least as far as Christmas has evolved, it is about your friends. It is about your family. It's not about how much you spend on them. It's not about, who gets the biggest toys or the biggest gifts. Do the things because you care about the people. And if you actually care about them, it doesn't matter what it is, they're going to appreciate it in the spirit that it's given.
That's starting to sound like some commie talk over there, pal.
I'm still waiting for my damn G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
My friend has that.
Your
friend's a liar. Nobody has that.
I knew a kid who had it
as a toy.
I knew one kid who had it.
Clear. When I say he has it, still in the box, still with the wrapping from the 80s.
That's fun. What a wonderful childhood he had.
No, he's obsessive compulsive. He took it out and played with it, but then carefully put everything back. Yeah, he's a strange little duck.
Clearly.
The kid who won't play with it gets it. Not me.
Well, yeah, exactly. Game Masters, I want to thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully this wasn't off-putting enough that you never come back.
Oh, hell no.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm ready to keep going another 4 hours.
Oh, my God, no.
I have to work.
I have to sleep. But it was fun. I think we had a fascinating conversation. I'd like to thank Len and Eli for hopping in late to sort of pick up the energy a little bit, because we were just kind of agreeing with each other an awful lot. So I just resorted to making fun of Brian endlessly to keep the things live. And Brian,
it was still fun.
Yes, it was. Brian, thank you so much for taking point on this and making sure it was awesome. I tell you this with all the love in my heart. Had Game Masters not been here tonight, I was going to bail out and let you run it by yourself.
Oh, jeez.
I hate Christmas with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns.
I get it. I totally get it.
Can't stand this fucking holiday, man. I used to refer to it as my annual sleigh ride to hell when I'd go home and visit the family. It's just like, here we go.
So does that mean that next week's theme is the whole Bah Humbug Grinch version of this same thing?
Next week's theme is, okay, so you just spent 2 weeks with your family. Here's how you recover without suicide as an option. Crown Royal.
Just saying.
Just saying. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. It was awesome having you on here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everybody in the chat who hung out. Thanks for all the super chats. Game Masters only. I had 2 shots. That's all I had tonight was 2 shots. I'm disappointed. You had your chance to get me drunk. You didn't do it. Beyond that, we will be back next week with 4-Color Cafe next Wednesday and Paradise Station on Friday. But this Friday, over on my other channel, Bears Cave, we're going to be doing our first Friday Fright Night, where I'm going to be watching some ghost videos and reacting to them live on the YouTubes and being very honest about what I see and, calling shit for bullshit when I see it. So that could be a lot of fun.
Nice.
All right, Brian, pimp your channel, buddy.
Gaming with ADHD, I cover all sorts of tabletop gaming content whenever I get around to actually doing so. Show up. You'll never know exactly what you'll get. I do a couple of live streams, just hanging out, chatting, painting miniatures, and it's always a lot of fun. One thing I am doing on my channel, once I get 10 members, it's a tip jar. It's $2. But I just got a 3D printer, and so I will print and paint a miniature and send it to one person a month. So
cool.
That's
very nice.
My thing there.
Game Masters, please pimp your channel.
It's Game Masters. I don't know. We don't do much.
I like this guy. See? He sees it the same way I do, except I actively tell people not to subscribe.
Fine, I will pimp his channel. It's a really good channel. Some honest commentary on stuff, and a lot of good ideas, both on the casual and like the deep. So check it out.
I was friends with him back when he had very few subscribers, and now he's Mr. Man with all. How many you got now? How many subscribers you got now?
7,300 or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
He also gives me beard envy. Mine won't grow any longer than this.
He's got the wizened wizard beard. Come on. And again, Brian, you look like fucking Teen Wolf middle age. Shave that fucking mess. Trim it. Do something, please. My God. All right. Well, no, seriously, go subscribe to Game Masters, guys. It's a fantastic channel. He does great reviews and breakdowns and looks at stuff and started getting into games that aren't WotC stuff. So if there's some cool shit he's talked about, go check it out. It's worth the time, worth the subscription, and he's good. He's really good. Len, what are you pimping?
I am not pimping anything right now other than thank you very much. All the usual, but beyond that, thank you very much for having me on. It was a pleasure to speak with you guys. Sorry I couldn't be on earlier, but happy I was able to jump on before the end.
There you go. And Eli, please.
Channel Elfbait, and I'm the laziest YouTuber out there, and yet people still seem to like me.
His Discord popping, by the way.
I stream on Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Time. And we just talk about gaming stuff. I do have a Discord where it's got all sorts of topics from miniatures to RPGs. My channel, I talk about whatever. Sometimes it's just chatting about stuff. Like last week we talked about, or last Sunday we talked about meeting new gaming friends at 50. Like, how do you find new adult gaming friends when you're old?
And don't go on the internet and search adult gaming friends, because you're not going to meet the right people.
Or are you?
That is exactly what you do. That is
right, listen, no Florida Hold'em, sir. We're past that point. We're good.
No, yeah. So Discord's by the same name too. So if you want to come over and just, we got people showing off some miniatures and posting ideas, and it's kind of a network hub for other people to do YouTubing stuff, and so it's good.
There you go. So check it out. Subscribe to everybody. Buy Lens products, and join me on the other channel Friday
Black
night.
Star. Only
buy my
$5.
work products. Hey.
You guys go right ahead.
Black Star, buy the Backside Hack there and Hack Again, Prowlers and Paragons, and free review copies for anyone with YouTube channels of approximately 7,000 plus subscribers. Just throwing it out there.
Send whatever you have. I'll look at all of it.
There you go. All right, guys. Peace, love, geek, and God help me, bah humbug. Ugh.
Night, everybody.